have a few people I want to introduce you to. These are people that have taken the things of this show and said, you know what, I can pick. I really firmly believe that everybody has a piece of the puzzle. It's not me. This is my job. I'm supposed to do what I've done. Now, what are you going to do with it? This is not a show. I said the other day that there are no couch potatoes in this audience, nor there shouldn't be. This is a verb. Okay, you watch this show, that's not enough. You do something with it. Now, Lee has taken you. I don't know why did you pick George Soros, Lee?
Well, you were on to George Soros day after day after day. I thought it's very important.
Okay.
And that the world knows about him, so he can't do his evil deed to everybody.
Okay. Now, you came here from Taiwan?
Correct.
Okay. And so, what have you done?
I have translated your Spooky Dude material and Goldman Sachs material.
Yeah.
And I've sent it to as many Asian media as possible. Mm-hmm. And then they actually have picked up, and there's 3 programs they talked about what you talk about. Basically, they went from Spooky Dude is such a nice man, so wise, economist and all that, right. Went from, oh my God, this guy is, he'll say anything. He's like evil devil, the spooky dude. Yeah. And so that's what the Hong Kong show talked about. And then the 2 Taiwan show, one of the Taiwan shows says basically, he's here, he's going to do in our currency, and he's doing this in Malaysia, he's doing it in Thailand, watch out.
So, because we found out about you, and then we saw some of the things, and it appears as though they are taking the material that you have translated and are repurposing it over in in Asia. Why? What does this give you? What is this? How does this make you feel?
Well, I think Spooky Dude has created this dark, evil world that he scares everybody into doing what he wants us to do. Well, we need to shine a light. We're going to be the only light that prevent that from happening. You always said to shine the sunlight on darkness and prevent evil. Well, so that's what I'm doing.
I tell you what, did anybody see part 1 of Fox? Fox now has picked up Spooky Dude, although they're not calling him Spooky Dude now. Why don't we hear about Soros's ties to over 30 news organizations? Anybody see this? Fox has, unbeknownst to me, done now an investigation for over several months, and this is part 1 of an investigation that they're doing, and it's on George Soros. And this shows that he has, where he's giving his money in the media, ABC, CBS, all of them, he is, it shows why basically they're talking about the Koch brothers now. He's financing all of it. And let me give you this, make sure you translate that.
Okay.
And send it over. But it is people having the facts. You know, I've said on the program, please don't take my word for it, because you have to know what you know. You have to be able, how many of us have been in an argument, at least in the past, where you would say, you'd come up to somebody and you'd say, well, no, that's not right. And then they'd have a fact, and and then you'd say, well, okay, well, I just don't think so. That doesn't work. I have noticed now that nobody really is willing to argue with me, because, really, go ahead. What do you have? What do you have for me? Go ahead. Hit me with your best shot. And I can argue my point, because I know it in here. I didn't get it from anybody else. I did it. And once you have that, they lose. That is the self-empowerment. That's E3. That's where the power comes from. They keep telling you, well, people don't understand it. They don't understand. Let me tell you something. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning reading about the money supply like 5 years ago. And I remember looking up to my ceiling saying, what am I ever going to use this for? Reading the M1, M2, M3 money supply. What is that all about? But bring it on, Tim Geithner. Bring it on. Because I now know what the truth is. And when the citizenry informs themselves like that, lights out for anybody who's trying to grab your power. Back in a second.